Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of BnA Sports Talk. Now, I'm going to talk about the Combine and what I thought of what I saw. I try to get the analyst perspectives away from what I see myself, because oftentimes, going into something, you have biased opinions, so I want to mix it between looking at the analysts and looking down what I actually saw. Because if you came into the day thinking, Daniel Jones is the guy, he didn't really do anything to say, you don't trust him. If anything, his stock is only boosted up. So we all have our own biases, and trying to minimize those is ideal. So I thought Dwayne Haskins, I don't really care that he didn't participate in the vertical leap and all these certain things. The quarterback is not supposed to be that athletic. He's just supposed to be quick. He's supposed to be, be able to make plays, and he's supposed to be the brains of the group. The quarterback is not supposed to be the most athletic, especially the kickers. Why did they have the kickers start running? Like, one where they barely run at all. I think they should move more and more towards the kicker being eliminated from the game, like the AAF, but that's besides the point. Dwayne Haskins, he has a beautiful deep ball. Oh my God, he threw it like 100 yards up in the air, and it was going like 60 yards. That's what you need. You need the Giants. I think Dwayne Haskins will fit perfectly into that offense, the way that they have it shaped right now. It will be seamless. And plus, Pat Shurmur, I don't think he's an Andy Reid. I don't think if you put Kyler Murray in there, I don't think he'll be able to adapt that well to Kyler Murray's strengths and weaknesses, because they're used to that one type of quarterback. He's not used to, Kyler Murray, so it's like, okay, now I have to design all these plays. I mean, if they draft Kyler Murray, I was totally off the bandwagon, but I wouldn't be too upset. I just don't like the smugness of Kyler Murray, how he's just like, I'm better than all of you. Like, Baker Mayfield was different. Baker Mayfield was out there to compete. You knew, you knew he had that fire in him. He can ignite an entire crowd. Kyler Murray is more, I don't think he's a team player. My knock against Kyler Murray is it doesn't seem like he wants the team to win. It seems more dedicated towards himself. Baker Mayfield, you saw him celebrating with his teammates. You saw him, ignite something within his teammates that was better than himself. You see, Kyler Murray, he had the better stats, but I think Kyler Murray, he can't lift the team better than it actually is. He'll be the star, he'll be the show, but I worry about him mentally. Like, is he going to quit on the team? I worry about all that once he starts losing, because he's been winning his entire life. Once he starts losing, you don't know what's going to happen. Is he going to be able to rebound well? Dwayne Haskins, he's dealt through a lot of adversity. So has Kyler Murray. Don't get me wrong, but Dwayne Haskins has dealt through a lot more, I think, than Kyler Murray, in that he transferred from Maryland to Ohio State, and he didn't have the starting job at first. He had to fight for it. Kyler Murray's pretty much given the spot, and he said, okay, here's what you got to do, succeed. And I know Kyler Murray is a great player. If it came between Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray, I'd probably pick Kyler Murray just because of the age. And Russell Wilson has had a couple injuries in the past. So if we had to trade 2 first-rounders for Russell Wilson, next year, and that was our plan, no, I would rather draft Kyler Murray now and trade up to the first spot. I'd rather do that now. I don't want that to happen where it's just like, okay, we get Russell Wilson, but he's 30 years old now. And yeah, I'd rather that scenario. As far as other players, I was looking at the UF players. We actually showed out. Jordan Scarlett, he ran a 4.47 for a 400. Watching that kid play, I wish we needed a running back, because the dude is explosive. He's the most fearsome warrior, for lack of a better term, that you'll ever see on the field, because he just wants it more than everyone else, and you could tell. He'll take the hit, And we need a dog like that. We need somebody that could just ground and pound 2-3 yards. We need a Trent Richardson, the Giants. As far as offensive linemen, Jawan Taylor from the UF really showed out. I say UF, Florida. He really showed out. He really showed out his athletic ability. And if we could steal him in the second round, that'd be great. But I think his draft stock is too high right now. So I think in the second round we're better off. It's just obviously trying to steal somebody, because we don't have another pick until the 4th round. And if we want to trade our first round pick and get a couple third rounders or something, I wouldn't be mad. Actually, no, I would probably be mad. At this point, if we don't draft the quarterback now, we're gonna have to draft one next year. and it's kind of forcing our hand to draft somebody that we might not love, and it's kind of making us more desperate for next year. Although Pat Shurmur said, Dwayne Haskins, Eli Manning is our guy. He's also sent a lot of mixed messages. He's like, I like the Chiefs formula. I like, he kind of hinted that he might like Kyler Murray because it's like quarterbacks come in all shapes and sizes now. He's kind of sending mixed messages, but he wants Eli to be the guy in the beginning of the year and then have a slow transition to power. I think that's the way to go, and I think that's perfect. Drew Lock didn't really show out. He was inaccurate. He was missing in the wrong places. He seemed a little bit nervous. Daniel Jones. Let's say Dwayne Haskins and Kyler Murray don't pan out, don't get drafted by us. I'd actually wouldn't mind Daniel Jones because it seems like he's up for the challenge. Drew Lock was kind of shying away and stuff, but he seemed like up for the challenge. He seemed confident, even though he's not the best player. You could tell he'll be willing to learn. You need that mindset. You need a mindset to be able to learn. Know that you're not great, but be able to learn from your weaknesses. Some people like Johnny Manziel, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm the best, but they're not willing to work. When talking to Baker Mayfield, all the teams are like, oh God, this kid is ready to work. This kid wants to prove himself. This kid is hungry, Daniel Jones, I think he fits the mold pretty well. Do the Giants want to take a risk with him? I don't know. People are complaining, Dwayne Haskins is a year project. Well, you have to be patient, okay? We've been bad for a couple years. What's another year? And plus next year, there's so many quarterbacks being taken. We could steal a defensive player. We could steal one from the no man's land, because I was going to start trading up for picks, and maybe we have a top 10 pick. People would want to trade with us, and then we'll get a better position players, because right now we need players. We're not one or two players away. It's not a Landon Collins away. In my opinion, we need to get Landon Collins out of New York and start over fresh. Janoris Jenkins is not doing that better either. Olivier Vernon kind of clear house with the defense, solve that kind of through free agency, and in a combination with that and the draft, and then just go from there. The offensive line, Dwayne Haskins didn't have the best offensive line at Ohio State. He kind of dealt with it. He was able to make some plays, which is good. You want to see a guy be able to make plays, because not everyone's going to have the best offensive line at all times, and you need to be able to deal through adversity in that way. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, what happened in the Combine in the comment section down below. Way down there, please comment, favorite, and subscribe if you haven't already. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.